The host galaxies of fast radio bursts as seen by the Very Large Telescope. My name is Lachlan Marnoch, and I'm a PhD student at Macquarie University. My supervisors are Stuart Ryder, Richard McDermott, and Elizabeth Mahoney, and I am working on fast radio bursts with the craft team. Fast radio bursts are bright, brief radio pulses from other galaxies. Although we don't know yet what causes them, they continue to be very useful in probing extragalactic matter. To really understand the information encoded in an FRB, some understanding of the host galaxy is required. Given how distant and faint these galaxies are, this is often a job for an 8-meter telescope. So far, only 15 FRB hosts have been published, 9 of which were identified by CRAFT, the Commensal Real-Time ASCAP Fast Transient Survey. Here we present VLT FORS2 imaging of those 9, along with an additional 2 with publication in preparation. First we have the FRB host that started it all. Although it wasn't the first FRB host on record, we have the repeater FRB 121102 to thank for that. It was the first localized from a single burst, and the first traced to a massive galaxy. 180924 showed us that FRB hosts don't all look like the intensely star-forming dwarf host of the first repeater. In fact, the repeater host turned out to be an outlier in the host population, most of which seemed to be fairly ordinary, like this fellow. This FRB passed through the halo of a foreground galaxy, lurking in the north of this plot. This offered a direct insight into the halo's magnetization, density, and turbulence. All 3 were found to fall short of prior expectations, raising numerous questions about galaxy feedback mechanisms. 1906-08 was exciting because it was the first time we saw a detailed spiral galaxy, complete with arms, bulge, and bright nucleus, when we pointed a telescope at an FRB. This is not unexpected, and we are beginning to suspect that FRBs might have a preference for showing up in spiral arms. However, it was an exciting moment. Speaking of spirals, how about 2 for the price of 1? This pair of possibly interacting galaxies makes a spectacular addition to our gallery of hosts. Originating only 2 arc minutes on the sky from Fomalhaut, a first magnitude star and the 19th brightest in the sky, and now my declared nemesis, this host presented something of a challenge for a ground-based telescope. Masking the bottom chip entirely, we still had the glare to deal with. I took the individual exposures and fit a polynomial to a rectangular patch centered on the host, then subtracted this model from the patch before co-adding the frames. To check the effect this process would have on the photometry, synthetic sources of known brightness were inserted and recovered. This gave us the tiny 20-second magnitude host galaxy in the center there. Although there's not much to say about our other galaxies, just yet, together they begin to build up a sample from which we are learning a great deal about FRB hosts and environments in general. For more information about craft FRBs, their hosts, and the exciting research we're doing with them, please see our publications. Thank you.